I think that the artist used the elements and principles of design effectively by drawing drawing the people looking into the image at the background. That's really what really dragged my attention was the background of this picture. I think it's super interesting how you can see the trees and grass and everything else that goes on in this picture. And another thing that really kind of grabbed my attention was it kind of looks like a golf course. I mean, it might not be, it's probably not, but I think that's what it kind of reminded me of was playing golf in the fall when the trees are kind of dead and the grass is the same color as this, not as green as it usually is. Which brings me to another thing that I think the author used as another element, which would be color. The color of the vehicle, which is white, and then it has the grass that's green, the trees, the house in the background, the stop sign at the end of the street. All of that kind of really drags the drags the people in that are looking at the picture, and that's what drug me in was seeing the different colors and the dead trees and everything like that. I think that can make a photo look so much better or so much worse, which is the dead trees in the background. But I think in this case, it made the photo look that much better than it would have if the trees were actually still full of leaves and other things like that. Another element that I think was used here would be the horizon. The horizon in this photo really kind of grabbed my attention because it looks just like the sky goes right off the ground in the back of the trees, and I think that's super interesting. You know, whenever you're young and you're drawing a picture and everybody's talking about the horizon, looks like it comes right off the ground. I think this picture actually looks just like that, and for me, that's another thing that I thought was really interesting. Um, I think mainly the image would be about the background and the things that are in the background in the car, and that's kind of I don't really know exactly what would be the subject, like what was the subject of this photo, but I think that what was really interesting was the background. So I think that would be what this photo was mainly about. It's either the background or the car. I think it's more of the background because I don't know. I think that's kind of what takes up most of the photo, and for me, that's what I really liked about it. Honestly, I don't know if there's much I would change about the photo. There's obviously a couple things that I might change about it, but then again, I don't know the subject, so to say I would change it would be hard to say that. Something that I do think that I would change, depending on the subject, would be that you would see more of the background, like more of the grass and the trees and things like that, and kind of tilt the camera away from the car and still have the car in it, but get more of the background because I think that's what's most interesting about this photo. Um, Other than that, though, I don't think there's much I would change about the photo without knowing exactly what the subject was. Um, I don't know. This photo looks pretty good to me. I actually like it. I don't know that it could use much improvement. Maybe just kind of make it more obvious what the subject would be the only thing that I would actually say needed improvement. Other than that, I think that the only other thing would be maybe a better camera. But I mean, if this was taken with a phone or a camera, I still like the photo. I think it really dragged me in. That and that my mom drives a similar car to this, and the background and the grass and everything like that. It really drug my attention in, and I think that's what I really liked about this photo.